Okay, so this is going to be a very short video announcing the release of Uac Fail. So we've got 18 levels for Doom 1 slash the Ultimate Doom, and yeah, it's been one big stretch to get this done. Um, of course, this episode itself has been done for quite a while now. Actually, I finished it in somewhere um, in 2024. Um, but then I kind of like went through it and tried to fix some older issues that popped up with some of the older levels that were done years ago. So there was that. And creatively, I must say that building some of these episode 2 maps has been quite demanding because with Doom 1, Uh, we all know that we don't get the fancy stuff. We don't get those cool enemies. We don't get archviles. We don't have revenants, mancubi, so on and so forth. We don't have any of those in Doom 1, let alone the legendary super shotgun. So you have to kind of like stretch your creative muscles quite a lot and to keep things fresh and interesting. And that's, I believe, is one of the reasons why I feel so exhausted after finishing episode 2. And at the moment, um, I'm not entirely sure if episode 3 will be done, or at least I feel that I kind of like deserve a bit of a break from Doom, at least mapping wise. I mean, this game is just great as ever. You know, it's like it's never been this cool to play Doom, and it never gets old. Or playing the game never gets old. But the unfortunate fact of the matter is that we people get old, and you know, life presents different challenges to us, and every once in a while. And for me, probably the greatest challenge has been to keep things fresh in the design department, and that has kind of led me led me to a point where I kind of like feel rather exhausted working on this project, and also the fact that I was away from this project for 2 years. So I did have this kind of hiatus where I didn't work on USC Fail at all for nearly 2 years. And then it's like trying to kind of like I was trying to claw my way back into it and try to kind of like reestablish myself and try to figure out what was the last checkpoint that I had when I was making it, and that was kind of making things a whole lot more difficult. But luckily, this release features 18 levels, so it's replacing episodes 1 and 2, as you can tell. These two episodes, they're the OGs, of course, uh, and everything. Or the remaining two episodes, these are the OGs, episodes 3 and 4. So, and also, the good part is that you can play this with the 2024 re-release as well, or the KEX Engine version, which was released in 2024, which is the re-release of re-releases. And we'll see how long the KEX port lasts. Either way, it's available in the mods section of the KEX board, and you can check it out if you want. And you can also play this on co-op, so I did add some co-op items and everything, so there's that. And deathmatch, unfortunately, is not supported because, well, as you can probably tell, that this isn't exactly the kind of map that you would think first when it comes to having cool deathmatch games. So yeah, I can, or I would at least assume that most of you understand why deathmatch is probably not the thing with USFL. That is, unless I would opt for a like sigil-like approach where I would design a separate deathmatch section somewhere else outside the main level, but I don't know about that. And these most of these levels are kind of short, with the exception of a couple of these episode 2 maps. They're a little bit more bigger than episode 1 maps, and also I wanted to kind of like stick to the OG Doom difficulty level kind of thing. These might be somewhat more difficult than the OG Doom maps, but not by much. So, and also one thing that I thought that would be kind of cool to add. You can't really see it during the game here. That is, unless I finish this level. But one thing I also did was that I added some par times in there. So if you're a speedrunner or if you want to just beat those par times for fun, well, you can do that. So the custom par times are there and everything. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll leave the download link in the description. So yeah, you need a limit removing port to play this. So if you're gonna play this with something like, say, Chocolate Doom, well, in that case you're out of luck, because as you can tell, these levels are using a lot of sectors and lines. So that's usually a no-no when it comes to like vanilla kind of stuff, or the scope of vanilla Doom. So you're gonna need a limit removing port and everything. But I'm probably gonna stop this video right here. And if you want to play this WAT, feel free to check it out and fire up your Ultimate Doom, or whether it's the KEX re-release, Doom, or also known as Doom plus Doom 2. You can also find it, find Uac Fail from the mods catalog if you want. So anyway, that's all for now. So yeah, thanks for sticking around and see you later.